Friday. So Friday the 8th, we're back to lower body. We have 5, 6, or 7 rounds. That's your choice. We have a part 1 and a part 2. We have fire hydrant to donkey kick, weighted curtsy lunge, lateral lunge to kick, dolphin hops, and then part 2 is forward lunges. So fire hydrant to donkey, looks like this. Fire hydrant, donkey kick, fire hydrant, donkey kick, weighted curtsy. So you're just going to either hold one weight or a weight in each hand, and curtsy lunge, curtsy. You just have weights. Lateral lunge to kick. This is one of my favorite ones to do because I feel like I'm in like a ninja movie. Lateral kick and dolphin hops. In, out, in, out, and forward lunges. So this one you can, if you have a large enough space, you can just do walking lunges, but you would do just forward lunges, alternating. Again, if you're outside, you have a big space, you can just walk, walk, walk. Okay, so fire hydrant to donkey kick, purr, so that means you're doing both sides. So you're gonna be kneeling. You're gonna try to keep your back neutral, so that means you don't wanna be like this. You don't wanna be overly hunched, you just wanna kind of have as straight of a spine as you can. And you're going to do your fire hydrant first, which all you do is you lift your leg out to the side in the exact shape you have it now. So just lift up, down, up, down, okay? So that's your fire hydrant. Your donkey kick is the same idea, except you're gonna lift it, or I shouldn't even say lift it, you're going to basically push up in the same shape that you have now. So up like this, so think about kind of kicking your heel through the ceiling, okay? So you're gonna combine it. I almost said donkey kick. Fire hydrant, kick, 1. Hydrant, kick, 2. Hydrant, kick, 3, and then you're gonna switch sides, okay? So that's another one that's pretty simple. Weighted curtsy. So we didn't do this lunge yet. So we talked about squats, we talked about reverse lunges. So this is a curtsy lunge. So what that means is it looks pretty much like a curtsy lunge, okay? So you're going to take one leg and you're gonna cross it diagonal and behind the other, okay? So cross diagonal back, and then you're gonna sink down, 90-90, return. Diagonal back, sink down, up, return. Diagonal back, sink down, up, return, okay? And then you do the same thing on the other side. And again, it's gonna be weighted. It doesn't have to be weighted. Anything I say weighted when it comes to like leg exercises usually can be done with or without weight. With this one, you can hold like 1 here, you can hold 2 down. It depends on how you're comfortable, but you're gonna go one side. Does this say alternating? Because I always do mine. It doesn't, okay. I always do mine alternating, so I would just count to 20, but in this case, I have it not. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna switch sides. 1, 2, up to 10. Again, you can hold them down here if that's easier for you, and if you're like me, you can alternate. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count to 20. So however you like it. Lateral lunge to kick. So this is a different type of lunge. So forward and back, we go forward and back. Curtsy, we go diagonal back. Lateral, we go to the side. So with your lateral lunge, you're gonna take a big step out, and then you're going to sink your body diagonal back, okay? So your leg doesn't go diagonal back, but your bootay does. So you're gonna go out to the side, and then you're gonna bend this leg, and you're gonna sink diagonal back, okay? So this is how your legs should be. This one is bent, this one's totally straight, and all the weight is on this leg. All the weight is on this leg, okay? And then when you come up, you're gonna add your kick. So off to the side, sink diagonal back. That is your lateral. Side, sink diagonal back. I'm gonna show you what it looks like from the side. step to the side, sink diagonal back. So see how I basically look like I'm doing a regular squat from the side. I sink my weight into my heel and my butt goes diagonal to the floor. So I look like I'm doing a regular squat. If you didn't see that outside leg, you might think I'm just doing a regular squat. That's how it should look. So you're not turning to the side, your knee doesn't turn to the side, everything stays forward except your body sinks diagonal back, okay? Now I'm gonna add the kick. So I'm gonna step diagonal back, I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna kick. Oh, that must be my heat kicking on. So when I kick, I kind of have a little bend in my knee, and I tip my body, kick, there. Diagonal back, kick. Lateral, kick, okay? So it doesn't have to be a high kick, it doesn't have to be anything. I just like to add it, I think it's fun, it adds a little bit of like a cardio element, and you're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? And dolphin hops. So this one is 3 hops in, restart. So you're gonna be in a high plank position, which looks like this, and you're going to hop, 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 plank. 1, hop, 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 plank. 2, okay? When you hop, you're basically piking your butt up. So your knees are gonna be bent, but you're trying to, what you do when you're hopping is you're trying to use your core to pull your legs in. So you don't wanna do the hopping or whatever it is, like with your knees super bent, because your legs are doing more of the work. If you keep your legs straighter, now your core is helping pull your legs. So see how straight I am when I come in versus like this? I come in like this. And I try to keep fairly straight. My legs are bent, but my butt is way up here. It's fairly straight, and then I'm gonna hop back to the start into a high plank. If that hop is too much for you, step back. Hop, 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 step back. A lot of things in high plank can also be done on your chair. So, in, out. In, out. In, step. In, step, okay? So remember that as well. I'll try to point it out, but most things we do in high plank can also be done off of a chair. So that's your part 1. Your part 2 is forward lunges. So you're going to pick between 50 and 10. Again, it's gotta be a number divisible by 2 because you have to do both legs. So what I was mentioning was if you have a big space, like I have a pretty big basement that I work out in, I could do walking lunges, which look like this. And I can just keep going and count to my number. If you don't, you're just gonna stand in place and you're gonna lunge forward, back, 2, forward, back, 4. So forward lunges, especially when you have to step back, are harder than reverse lunges when you have to step back. So going from back to front is much easier than going front to back, okay? So if you can do walking, those are slightly easier than stationary. And it's the same things that apply, like I talked about with the reverse ones. You wanna make sure you're train tracking it when you step forward, you're not tight roping it, and you wanna make sure your knees are not, going in, your toes aren't going in, everything's nice and straight. So that's week 1.